Hi guys. If you enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more sweaty dark and darker content. Oh god, I gotta run.
Hey guys, just want to give some pointers to those trying out Warlock, as I've been playing it for 2 days now, and I've been dominating recently. First thing is the gear, and you want to get magical healing, and you want to get +4, because after that it kind of falls off really hard. Final thing is damage. You want to stack physical and magical, but prioritize physical. Next is the weapon I prefer. I think Falchion Crystal Ball is the best setup, as it allows you to cast mid-fight, and the Falchion is a very solid weapon. If you can't run this, then a spellbook plus your weapon of choice is the best way to go. Large two-handed weapons can be good as well, so you can keep your distance. Next, I want to cover perks. First is Dark Enhancement, which is just a very solid increase in damage. I would take it as probably the second perk at level 5. Next is Anti-Magic. As a frontline, you want some tankiness, and this one is alright. It's between this one and the next perk for the 4th slot. Next is Malice. Solid increase in damage, but not as much as you would think. Only around 4 to 5%. Another optional 4th perk. Next is a must-have. Torture Mastery. This is the core of Warlock, at least until new perks are added. Equip this perk first. And the next one is Dark Reflection. Very solid perk to get some free damage as you are a frontline class. Could trade it out with either Anti-Magic or Malice. The last 2 perks, Mortal Lament and Soul Collector, are not very good, and I wouldn't recommend using them. And then we have the skills. First up, Spell Memory is obviously a must. Next is Phantomize. It's a nice get out of jail free card, but leaves you vulnerable to magic damage. Would probably recommend for solo play, or if you have another frontline like Fighter or Barb. And then we have my personal favorite. I believe this is what allows Warlock to compete with Barb and Fighter. Blow of Corruption, which deals 20 magic damage and reduces healing rate by a whole 70% for 12 seconds, and it's on near 12-second cooldown for almost infinite heal reduction. I would recommend if you are a party's frontline damage dealer. The first spell I want to cover is Curse of Weakness, and what I think of it is in the name. It's just really weak. Second spell is Curse of Pain, and this is the main spell that you're going to be casting all the time. If you pair it with Torture Mastery and some magical healing, you have infinite heals. The third spell is Hellfire. This one is a very strong PvE spell, as well as a good zoning tool to push people out of hard to reach places. This is because it can travel through walls over a very long distance. However, you can only have one Hellfire active at a time, so if you spam cast it, it will delete the previous projectile. I would not recommend using it as anything other than an area control tool during PvP. This spell can also pair well with Curse of Pain, as if you hit a target with Curse of Pain applied, it will do quite a few bursts of healing, as every tick of damage heals you. The 4th and final spell for Warlock is Power of Sacrifice. This spell pairs nicely with Curse of Pain, as the tick damage it deals to enemies will apply heals, just like Curse of Pain and Hellfire. But only if Curse of Pain is applied on the target. I would only recommend using this offensively against PvE for extra heals, as while the buff duration lasts, the player will gain extra HP, but once it ends, they lose around 20 HP total. Once you have a good amount of magical healing, you can start casting the spell on yourself to gain a short burst of extra HP and damage. Next, I want to talk about how to fight as a Warlock and what kind of strategies have been successful for me. Every fight, you want to try and stack Curse of Pain as many targets as you can to soften them up, as well as set yourself up for lifesteal during the melee brawl. Now you have a few options, first of which is to go melee while activating Blow of Corruption if you run it, either killing or further softening the target up.
Alright, we gotta find outside one.
I got one here. Another way to play it is to continue casting Curse of Pain for some extra damage, sneaking in some melee hits. This is a safer way to play if you feel as though you have less of an advantage in the fight. And this all leads up to gaining an advantage and finishing the fight with the first method of activating your ability and holding the W key. The last way to take a fight I want to cover is using Hellfire to zone people. If a team is holding a hard to push area, you can send Hellfire through the wall to push them out and gain the upper hand. That covers everything I wanted to go over in this video. If you have anything you want to add, be sure to leave a comment. I'll let you know what I think. I hope you enjoy some of these clips I have of me utilizing some of these strategies myself.
What's behind vCheeser?
Right here.
Alright.
I need you to buff me hard.
Cross.
Fighter right here.
You're good, I held him off.
Oh wait, there's 4 people. Quick. Still a Warlock, Cleric, and Fighter. He's in this somewhere. Fucking give us those speed boosts and we'll fucking go. Those one. Alright, go.
You guys are good on it.
Alright.
It's okay. It's cute.
Alright, people will spawn here. Yeah, someone's
Straight
right there.
across, straight east. Straight east.